another episode of Drink and Draw. This is the final tap episode that goes to 11. There's some geek humor for you. Anyway, I'm Ben. I'm your host, somewhat of a moderator, somewhat of a host. I'm here with the illustrious Dan Pan-Ocean, who is artist, writer, and all-around ne'er-do-well. He's known for many, many things in the comic industry. Least of all is his writing, but it shouldn't be. He does really well.
Thanks. A glowing review.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
Also join us, the founding father of Drink and Draw, Jeff Johnson. Jeff is working on a book from Image Comics with James Robinson, and he's doing some storyboards for the upcoming Harley Quinn cartoon.
Hi, guys.
Dave Johnson has a fabulous beard.
That's all we need to know.
All right, great.
And then there's Joe Quesada of Marvel Comics. Thank you for joining us again, Joe.
How does this happen? How does this happen?
He's trying to break into Marvel Comics, I hear.
Yeah.
Eventually, keep trying, kid.
I'm just home drawing innocently, and you guys show up. This is just really disturbing how you do this.
Yeah.
And our special guest this evening is the brilliant Blake Northcott, who is an author of both comic books and novels. She's known for her work on Vampirella, at Dynamite, and New Fathom for Aspen Comics. She has several best-selling international novels. So, everyone, welcome to Drink and Draw.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Yay, happy to have you.
So, first order of Drink and Draw. What's everyone drinking tonight? I've got some beer here. Dan, what are you toking off?
Well, I got some Beefeater gin.
Let's go, hobo.
What? It's hobo.
Hobo
Usually it's
fill the whole
whiskey,
bottle?
but fill up a little bit more here
Oh my
so I can
goodness.
get properly sauced.
Skip the glass. Be a man.
Yeah.
We got the whole bottle going.
Yeah. Well, if I run out, I get thirsty.
I'm drinking Tito's and Quaker Oats.
It's a mixture.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Quaker Oats. It's going to help reduce my cholesterol as I drink vodka. So,
Oh my
with
goodness.
orange. There you go.
Well, you know, vodka's keto, right?
Yeah.
That's why I love it.
Also paleo.
It's one of both those things.
Bacardi for me. Bacardi Gold.
Nice.
And straight,
And no. Diet Dr. Pepper, actually.
classy.
That's a good
Classy.
combo.
It's a good combo.
In a Star Wars cup.
And my Star Wars cup, of course.
Perfect. Today I just have coffee since I forgot to go to the store and buy something fresh, and I don't have as much in my house as Dan does.
Yeah, you look at all that crap back there.
Yeah.
Well, it's a long way to the stores in Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I take a cow.
Yeah, you got to get the horse
It's
hitched
not
up.
easy to get there.
Yeah.
Wagon
Joe, what are you
train.
drinking? Are you drinking anything?
Once again, I'm having coffee straight from the cat's ass.
Nice.
Kopi Luwak
That's the
coffee.
best coffee.
Joe, is that a brand new guitar? What do you got back there? That red one?
It's the same guitar I've had every week, man.
You're kidding me.
No,
I feel
same.
like I'm losing my
You
mind.
do this all the time. It's the same guitar every time.
Oh,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Why would he have more than one guitar, Dan?
I don't know.
He's
Some
got-
people have more than one
Really
guitar.
have two, but
Some
Yeah.
people have, yeah.
I think Dan just wants to embarrass me by asking if it's a different.
No,
He's well
all right, I'll check
He's guitar
check
shaped.
last episode, but anyhow.
Yeah,
All right,
right.
moving on.
Guitar.
Sorry.
guitar. By the way, Dan, I'm also have a backup drink.
Ooh.
Little Coke for my baby oil later. Yeah.
I should bring the baby oil, Johnson and Johnson.
I bring
We
the
have them
Coke.
right here.
Baby oil. We have a blast.
Yeah,
Gross.
it's beautiful.
Hey, by the way, briefly, can we talk about Staz Johnson's a pedal wolf?
I
that's
love it. Yeah.
Just wanted to give old Staz a shout out.
Yeah, that's pretty
better than
cool.
My pedal wolf.
Eventually, we should have a contest, like who draws the best pedal wolf,
I like
and
that.
and then Jeff will come to their house and do their dishes,
Or mind their garden.
mind their
Yeah.
garden, like a gnome.
Yeah.
I'm excellent at both those things.
Jeff, what are you drawing there?
I'm drawing a cat bird.
Catbird.
Cat bird.
You got to come up with a better title, Jeff. Come on.
Well, listen, it's a cat and it's a bird. I'm a literalist. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
How about,
Blake, are you going to be
how about
drawing?
tiger wings?
You know what? I'm not drawing, but I do a little painting. So I thought I would show you guys a painting that I just did last weekend.
Oh,
Hey,
cool.
See?
you gotta say it. Yeah, there you go.
Do you know what the story about that is? I went to a store and I saw it hanging on the wall, like one similar. And I was like, I really feel like I could do that. I could make this kind of art. So I went straight to the dollar store, picked up the, paints and a little canvas, and I came home and I just started doing my little landscape painting. And there you go, instant presto art on my wall.
Voila.
Nice.
Wow, save some money that way.
Save some money.
It's just
Yeah.
that easy. I mean, that's all.
Well,
Well, she's multi-talented, Jeff.
Yeah.
if you need a landscape done with like 3 colors, there you go. That's about my level of expertise, and I leave the rest to you guys, the legends, and I'll just enjoy my drink.
You should join Meow Wolf. They're looking for artists like that.
Ah,
I don't know if you guys have heard about Meow Wolf.
No.
Pretty badass. It's like an art collective that started in Santa Fe, and it's a bunch of artists that there's a documentary on it right now. But yeah, they were being edged out of the gallery scene out there, so they just decided to start doing it themselves. And they would rent a space, and collectively they would all come together and like create a fun, crazy space with nutso art and stuff that you could walk through. And now they're looking at, it could be like a $500 million idea. Like
wow.
500 million.
yeah, they're talking about putting them up in different cities, like permanent.
That's kind of a big
installations.
number. That's a big starting number.
No, I'm saying that's not what they started with, but that's what they're now looking at. They started because they talked George Martin into giving them money to do this. I mean, we're talking like almost $2 million. They talked him into funding this idea, and he did. And now it's like going gangbusters.
And they're like, you know what? $2 million
Wow.
was easy. Let's go for 500 million.
Yeah, right. George is
Easy
good for it.
peasy.
Yeah, that was a quick conversation. Let's step it up a little.
Well, let's say you get people to invest $2 million. You tell them it's a $500 million idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's simple. Dave, I got a real problem. I hate to critique artwork, but
Oh shit.
I got a real problem with that one shine over that eye.
I know you do. Well, maybe I'll draw through it, just for you.
Yeah,
It's on her glasses. It's on her goggles.
I get it. I mean, I'm looking at
No,
it.
I'm with, you know what, Dan? Once you've mentioned it, now I can't unsee it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
just
true.
that.
It is kind of glaring.
I hate to be like an editor. Like Drink and Draw was kind of started so we could draw whatever we want without any sort of
Like catbirds.
yeah, like for instance, if you were inclined to draw a catbird for some reason.
Yeah.
But
I like the catbird.
Thank you, Blake.
I think it looks kind of like it could be a mascot for something, like, have it on your shoulder and like a,
Right, like an Exxon oil ad.
yeah.
yeah. Jeff is always thinking very corporate.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Very cool.
So,
Dave, are you
Blake,
upset with me, Dave?
no, I just realized I screwed up.
Oh.
Yeah, listening
All
to
the-
Dan. You should
All
know
the
that.
prep, you threw me off, and now I've got to go back and redo stuff because you're a jerk.
Joe, what are you going to be drawing anything you can talk about tonight? Or is it all
Not tonight. Sorry, guys. Once again, I'm on that secret
Ooh.
project. But when I can talk about it, I won't stop. I promise.
Cool.
You have to shut me up. Yeah. Next week, I'll draw something that for public consumption. Promise.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, Blake, you had a huge Kickstarter thing, and then I wanted to talk to you about the artist that you had do it for the Grimoire.
Yes.
How
So
did you-
do you mean Rock Up Church?
Yeah.
Yes. So Rock is awesome, and he's really fun to work with. So maybe I should just back up in case, I don't know if everybody knows that the type of novels that I'm writing and that I have been writing. It's when I started and I did arena mode in 2013, I was interested in writing a novel, but I also wanted to integrate the art into the novel to make it unique. So when I went to Kickstarter, I went with that premise that it would be like the prestige folio edition books from the UK, where they have like a prose novel, but with the full page illustrations throughout. So that's really what I wanted to do, is like bridge this gap between comics and novels. And since I love both the mediums so much, it was just a great experience. And yeah, as far as Rock goes, he's been amazing. He helps kind of like we come up with which ideas for what illustrations I want to kind of like randomly put throughout the book. And we kind of find like the most compelling moments, and that's what ends up becoming the illustration.
Nice.
I noticed he did like character designs too. Did he just go from your descriptions? You guys work those out?
Yeah, no, because I write the book first and then I do the artwork after. He gets, I give him all the input about what that character, the traits are going to be, or this, whatever the superpower is, or, you know, it depends on what I'm writing, but I'll give him the information to kind of create a character.
That's cool. Do you think it helped with the Kickstarter?
Oh my gosh, yes, so much. I feel like having that art is just such like a critical element for my novels, because it kind of sets them apart a little bit, maybe it makes them a little bit different. And it's one of those things where, you know, someone can read a sample chapter, but when you have a visual element and a striking image, it's like what they say, that quote where it's like one picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So I really feel like that's been true for my experience anyway.
That's super cool. Is he going to be?
Do you believe that statement? One picture is worth 1,000 words, Jeff?
I believe it's probably more than 1,000, depending on the picture.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you're so detailed heavy, so I would imagine your art's like 10,000 words. You know,
right? Just talking.
Or 1,000,000 words.
What's it,
Yeah.
not even, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a little bit insane when it comes to that stuff.
In the membrane, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So what other projects you got coming up, Blake?
So, well, I just finished a 3-issue series for Aspen, and that was called Aspen Visions. So that was awesome. And right now I finished my last Kickstarter. So I'm working on a short story that's going to be coming out to kind of like bridge the 2 novels. So that'll be soon. I don't have any artwork or anything from any of these upcoming books to share with you guys. I wish I did, because that would be really cool. But I'm getting ready to start my next Kickstarter in the summer for the 2nd North Valley Grimoire.
Cool.
So yeah, that'll be really cool. I'm also starting a new comic series, and I had to sign an NDA, so I can't say too much about it, but it's going to be kind of like a mix of like kind of like a darker, I wanted to say a throwback to like the 80s, like Labyrinth, like those kind of like dark mysteries.
I just watched that the other day.
Oh, I love those kind of movies.
It's a great movie.
That's awesome. I love them.
You know, NDAs are just kind of suggestion, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't really need to worry that much. So just saying, you know, nobody's watching this, so.
It's true. We don't have a big viewership.
Yeah.
Right.
There's 31 viewers.
Who here hasn't broken an NDA? Seriously.
I broke them all the time. I'm working. I'm doing a
Right
special
now.
project right now, and I
Dan
can't
likes
stop
to do it
jabbering
for fun.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
Definitely exciting.
I usually start with I can't talk about it, and then I go, well, here's what it is.
You really forced my hand.
Yeah.
You got it out of me.
Yeah.
So when you say your short story is going to bridge the 2 series, is that the like the Manticore? What is that? The Manticore
Yes. Yeah. So I did a short story out that kind of spun out of the Arena Mode saga, and that was called the Manticore Ascension. And so it's because people are so used to, I think, digesting all of this, you know, creativity, and like, they want everything at their fingertips. Like they want to binge it. Right.
Yeah,
So
I'll say they do. Perverts.
Perverts. They want all this. But the thing is, it took me like forever, like 2 years to write this new book. So I have to get the new one out this summer. So I'm trying to give them a little bit just to bridge in between the year it's taking me to write it. Keep them still
awesome.
excited about it.
Kinda
It
like
worked well for George Martin. I mean, you know.
Yeah, let's hope it's not going to take me that long to get going.
Well, and you're younger. It's not like you're going to die before you get to it.
All right, let's not make
Oh,
a
God.
Deadpool for
Yeah,
George
that's
Martin.
not for the curse on it.
It's not that old, man.
Yeah.
He just looks that old. That's what, you know.
It's the hat. The
Sure.
hat.
Did you guys see that old letter from from George Martin about the Fantastic Four issue 17 that when they made it into the letters column?
I think so. Yeah, I remember that. I forgot what it
That's
was.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Come on. What was it about, Dan? You brought it up.
He just said you guys are claiming that it's the world's greatest comic magazine, and he was on the fence originally, and then he's like, but with this issue, I think you guys are speaking the truth.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's a very sweet thing to say.
Sure.
Are you guys watching Game of Thrones? No spoilers. Are you watching it?
I don't like to brag, but I went to the premiere of that last episode.
Oh, because you know
Wow.
the director?
What? No, because what?
Because you know the director?
Well, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Way to steal his thunder, Jeff. Jesus.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah. Well.
Dan was just about to name drop, and he screwed it up.
All right.
Yeah, you ruined the whole thing.
Say the name. I just gave his job.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I know Miguel, so
Oh, first name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know him by his first name primarily. I mean, that's how I call him.
I went to his birthday party.
That's true. You did.
To Miguel's birthday party?
To Miguel's birthday party.
That's right.
Wow.
I've been to a party at Miguel's.
Wow, you guys get invited to celebrity birthday parties?
Yep.
Well, we
The
show
joy
up.
of living in LA.
Yeah, I can't wait for next season. That's what I'm waiting on.
Next season of Game of Thrones. That's your go-to.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That'll be all the bureaucracy that comes with, creating a new kingdom.
Well, there are spin-offs.
No, I know, but I just want to, watch a series about, like granaries and, all the fun stuff.
So you want to watch? You basically want to watch an episode of Settlers of Catan?
Yes, basically.
What was that popular video game people were playing where it was just like they were world building and
Civilization.
no, I think it was something else. It wasn't that.
Sims?
Sims, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still playing that, Dan.
Kids are still playing that, eh?
They're playing that, yeah.
Or, well, I mean, what was it? The block one.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no goal. You just build shit. Like all
Kind
day
of like in
long.
life.
Wasn't that the point of Fortnite? It has no end.
Oh, Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah.
But they have the dancing in there.
There is dancing in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's like, hey, I just killed somebody. Yay. I don't know.
I think Minecraft.
too
The
old.
kids love Minecraft now.
Do you have any kids? Like,
You know what? Actually, I do.
you do?
I do.
Wait, are we breaking news here?
We're breaking news, buddy.
Oh, I
Uh-oh.
didn't know that. That's very cool.
We're breaking news and breaking hearts.
Yeah, that's going to break a lot of hearts, actually. So.
Yeah.
Actually, it's something I've wanted to talk about for a really long time. And
Oh shit.
Wow.
man.
I'm actually glad that you brought it up because I do.
Really?
I'm a mom.
Oh,
Yep.
I did not know that.
Oh my God. Next thing you're going to say is Dave's the father.
Oh God! Please don't do that. That's a cool kid.
Well,
Bum, bum, bum.
That's very cool. Well,
So how many
Yeah.
kids do you have?
So I have 2 kids. They are amazing. Yeah. I have, well, I should say we. I'm married. My husband and I, we have 2 kids. So our daughter is gorgeous and amazing, and I love her so much. And her name is Cassie, and she is 12 years old. And we have a little boy named Caden, and he is 9.
Awesome.
Nice.
Eventually, they'll read your material and
Well, now I'm probably the coolest mom ever because they're probably watching me right now going, oh my gosh, she's talking about us. She said I play Minecraft.
That is cool.
And for us, it's a great relief that Dave is not the father. Thank
Yeah.
you.
yeah, they're probably happy about that.
Well, yeah,
Everybody.
I'm happy about that. I'd make a terrible dad.
Yeah.
You make a great uncle.
Oh yeah, no, Uncle. I already got a gift
is
planned for
awesome.
Dan's kid. This
Yeah,
coming
my son
Friday.
is just turned 5. So,
Oh, I've seen pictures. He looks so cute.
oh, thank you.
it's
He's okay. He's okay.
I want to come back as that kid in my next life.
Yeah, life is going to be pretty good for that kid.
Yeah, he's going to do okay.
So, like, is Cassie named after Cassandra?
Yes, her name is Cassandra, and she refuses to go by that right now. It's just Cassie,
When she gets to high school, she'll probably.
maybe.
Yeah.
She's got a cool middle name. Her middle name is Rain. I like that.
Ooh,
But,
You know a guy named Rain.
it's true.
Yep.
Drink and draw guy.
Yeah.
really?
Yep. Autumn Rain.
Autumn Rain.
His parents were Hawaiian hippies.
They sure
Mhm.
were.
So his name comes out. It's Autumn Rain Turkle, and it comes out to art, which is coincidentally what he does for a living.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or is
He
it a
mostly
coincidence?
does storyboards and stuff now, right? Advertising stuff.
Yeah, he does a lot of advertising, video game, just storyboarding, I believe.
Well, Cassandra Rain was actually a character from a Buffy novel, if you can believe it. That's how big a crazy Buffy
Buffy
freak
novel?
I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, my wife's a huge Buffy fan.
I agree.
I saw on your Facebook page you have Sunnydale as where you went to high school.
Yeah. It's a joke, but you get it. You get it. Yeah.
Buffy.
I'm doing angel covers right now for Boom.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the Angel show. It was so good. I loved it.
Yeah, I did a bunch of script books where I did illustrations they reprinted the scripts. I did a bunch of spot illustrations, and I did the job mostly so I could give my wife pictures of Angel.
That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. I need to see these now. Like all this Angel artwork.
Yeah, they're the puppet episode was my favorite episode.
Oh, the puppet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little bit freaky for me, though. That was a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's super weird.
It's
It was
super
fun to
weird.
draw. Yeah, I met James Marston at a comic book show, and
Yeah.
he
He's British, right? Did he have his British?
no, he's just a regular guy. I think he's from Texas.
Oh.
And so he didn't have an accent, and I went to talk to him about he does the voice for the Harry Dresden novels. So he's the voice actor for those audiobooks.
Right.
And I really dig those. And I went to say hi and talk to him about that. And then I told my wife that I met him, and her response was, did I ask him about his inappropriate relationship with Buffy? And how dare he think that he should be with her? And I'm like, no, it didn't come up. Like I didn't.
She's like grilling you. Why didn't you ask him?
She was super pissed about it that I didn't bring it up.
Yeah. Well, I get that. I was like crazy fan for a long time. I still am.
Do you know who the stunt double for Buffy was in each season?
No.
Wow.
Then you're not that big a fan.
Oh, okay. Who's a stunt double?
I don't know. I'm not that big a fan either. My wife will tell you.
Does your wife? No. Does your wife have
Okay,
a?
this is going a little cuckoo.
Does she have
Yeah.
Does she have a life-size replica of the Buffy Slayer sigh? Because I have one.
She doesn't, but she did have the axe.
Okay, I have the long like sigh thing.
Oh, awesome.
It's cool.
I got that one too.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't.
Dan has lots of other weapons in his house.
I do.
Is Brian Edward Hill writing the Angel comic? I forget.
Yes.
Oh, he's awesome. I'd love to read that.
I can send you some notes maybe that they have so far. I haven't read a full script yet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dan, who's doing the inside?
I'll have to check. Check online. I don't know. I'll get that for next episode.
All right.
I am deep in it with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid here.
Nice. Who's
Like
that in the
it.
middle?
Catherine Ross.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
I like your cowboy themed drink and draw.
You do?
I do.
Yeah. You got your orange marker handy?
Oh, it's there if I need it.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
you did it quite different.
Yeah, how you gonna fuck this up?
I'll ruin it. I'll ruin it somehow. That's my patented go-to.
So, Blake, you have some fans that are very much wanting to know that they're here.
oh, they're here. Okay. I can't see the comments, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yep. So, Christopher Jackson
Oh,
very much wants you to know he's here. And
hi, Chris.
who was the other gentleman, I believe? I'll find his name eventually here. I think it was Gar. Was that right?
Garth
Very
Ennis?
It was Garth Ennis. Yes.
Wow.
He's a fan.
I'm a super fan.
Oh,
Gar. Yes. Gar Hyde.
oh great.
So there you go. Yeah,
Thanks for
probably-
coming out.
So, but yes, you have many viewers that are happy to see you here on Drink and Draw.
I know, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys for inviting me, especially since I'm not that great at drawing anything, but I'm happy to sit here and drink and
Perfect.
just watch the masters at work.
What's been the highlight so far? I mean, we're hardly into the episode, but You have a favorite moment?
Dan's
think-
feeling a little low.
Right.
Up right now.
Yeah, just stroke his ego first. He'll be back to normal.
Whatever your answer is, Blake, make it Dan-centric, please.
Yeah.
I think you're all amazing, but I think the highlight has to be seeing Joe's guitar back there, because I don't know. I feel like there's a secret hidden talent of maybe he's in some kind of rock band or something.
Bless your heart. Yeah, that was a whole other life back in the day.
Sometimes Joe plays. Some of the episodes, Joe has actually picked up the guitar, played for us.
Actually, Dan, you're the only person here who's actually seen me perform
That's true.
back in the day. Back in the day.
It's a little like no-name hole in the wall called CBGB.
Yeah, that was.
I heard
So are you like sort of a blues guy or like a rocker?
Oh, Joe's a rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I didn't have quite the Pinocchio mullet, but I had a pretty good one going back.
you did.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Well, his was epic.
Yeah.
It was epic. I had highlights, though. He did not have highlights.
No.
Ooh, scandalous.
You know what's good? I don't have the yellow marker, but I'm going to use my favorite massive Sharpie.
Whoa.
That could kind of mess things up in the wrong hands.
Sure.
And those wrong hands are currently mine.
So here in Canada, we call mullets hockey hair because it's
Ooh.
like you wear the helmet and it just,
Yeah.
I guess, does that to your hair.
Uh-huh.
Business in the front. It's like business in the front, party in the back.
That's it.
I miss,
We call
I
it
miss,
People still
eight
have a lot of
drapes.
bullets in-
I miss having business.
You're all
That's the tough
business.
thing about having kids and growing older is your hair starts to suffer.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's part of it. You don't even have a choice.
So how did you start your career, Blake?
How did I start my career? Well, I worked for 12 years in insurance first, which was not fun. And then when I got laid off, I realized that I had always wanted to be creative. And I had gone to university and studied English and literature, like all through. I have a BA in English literature. So I was like, if I'm ever going to start my dream and become a writer, this is the time. So I just decided to start writing, and I actually built up a following online. This was, I guess, right when Twitter was kind of taking off. And so I started having, online, just posting things, and I got a couple of writing gigs, which was building me a little audience. And then I ended up getting in touch with Mark Miller, and I started writing after I had done some online, publications and things. I started writing in the back of his comics. I was doing his editorials, which was so much fun because I was finally doing a job that I thought was fun. They say if you do something you love, then you're not really working and you enjoy it so much more. So
Yeah.
that just led me right into writing.
And
Wait.
ultimately right here.
Yeah, right here with you guys.
So what was your first comic book gig apart from writing editorial stuff?
Actually, my first ever was with Aspen doing Fathom.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, it was weird because I was right at a point where I was about to I had been in comics kind of in and out a little bit for just doing the editorials and stuff. And I'd been trying to get a job and it wasn't working. And I thought, you know what, my success is in novel writing. So I'm just going to try and go back into novels and forget about comics. And then literally the next day I got an email from Aspen asking me if I would submit something to them to be considered for Fathom. I was like, hell yeah. So that was amazing. Cool. Yeah. Vince Hernandez is the editor there, and he took a wild chance on me. So I owe him.
You
And
ever
that's
feel like
Turner,
it's a
the Mike Turner Fathom, right?
Yeah, Mike Turner. He was so incredible. And I remember I have Fathom comics from back in the day, when I was collecting, and I was just so honored that they wanted to get me to write that. So I did the volume 6 of Fathom, and then that rolled into the executive assistant Iris. I did the volume 5 for them of that. And then I just finished the 3-issue for them. And last year I also did, I think I mentioned Vampirella for Dynamite with Scott Lobdell. So that was so much fun.
You ever find it's a hindrance being a dirty Canadian? Or
whoa, Dave.
Dirty Canadian.
What the hell?
Thanks for making me feel awesome here.
You know, I love the Canadians.
I know.
Do
No,
you? But okay. All right.
he can job fun at me. He knows I'm half Canadian and half Slovakian.
Whoa.
So
Like that, Dave.
yeah. But no, I don't feel like, I mean, I do feel like I'm a little bit removed from a lot of the things maybe going on in your, sphere there in terms of media and stuff like that. But I don't feel like it's that different. I get a lot of the same shows and, entertainment and stuff like that. So maybe some people say I have an accent. Do you think I have a weird accent?
Well, every time you say about.
About?
Yeah.
Or you say a boot.
I don't say a boot.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Yeah,
He hasn't dropped a single sorry though, so there is
about. I'll have to enunciate.
No, it sounds good. I wouldn't change it.
I'm proud of where you're from.
Yeah, I like it.
I like Dan. Dan hates where he's from. He actually hates America.
Yeah, Dan hates America.
What's funny is Dan doesn't really have a Florida accent.
Well, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio.
I heard they rock.
They do. Nobody likes that though. Nobody likes to admit that that's the home of rock and roll.
But is it really the home of rock and roll?
I think
it is.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think they have the thing there, but
How do you think that happened? Just by accident?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think that.
What else you got to put
I
in
don't think
Cleveland?
Ohio rocks any more than say New York or Texas.
I can't wait for the hate mail to start coming at Jeff now.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff.
Awesome.
Yeah, Cleveland, posers.
Okay.
Hosers.
All right.
Yeah, hosers.
Damn.
So, this is getting to be a rough episode with the
I know, right?
Canadian backlash and Cleveland chit chat.
I heard that Kevin Smith spread the rumor that we all say a boot, and I think that's a dirty lie because I don't think we do.
We'll test the theory as it goes
All right.
further.
It's very easy to test. We just go back and replay this episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
no one should do that.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
So, Dan, what do you think of Catbird? What should I do now?
Oh,
Man,
damn.
that was fast.
Catbird.
Should I? How should I mess it up, Dan? Should I throw in some?
You don't have an orange marker, so you're already you're already winning in that regard. I like it.
Draw some smaller catbirds. Draw some bird cats.
What would James Jean do? James
James
Jean
Jean
would
would-
definitely draw other catbirds.
So you're saying I should have like a flock of catbirds?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I say you should have a flock of bird cats.
Okay.
Ooh,
So they'll
mess
be
it up.
smaller.
All right.
Mhm.
Let me think about that.
What are the metrics on that? What are the metrics reading with the 31 people watching?
Can you be
Yeah.
screaming like a tagline like bird cats assemble?
Right.
Bird cats home.
43.
Fly, little cats, fly.
Fly, you fools.
Birdcat is getting lots of approval on the chat, so
Bird cat.
go with Birdcat.
A lot of stuff Jeff does really kind of resonates with the drink and draw fans.
He's like a genius when it comes to this stuff.
Well, we
Yeah.
like to make these amalgams. Some people like birds, some people like cats. And there's a
Right.
bird and a cat.
I just split the middle.
Flowers and dogs. You get Petal Wolf.
Yeah.
And it's,
Right. It's all about
I don't think for
combinations for me.
What was that?
it's the FBI breaking in a door.
Wow.
Oh boy. So
Yeah. That is,
I'm gonna go back to these questions here.
All right.
Let's see what we can come up with. Blake, how'd you get into comics? I don't know if that's a question, but it's mine now.
Do you
didn't
mean
we already
Originally,
do
like,
that?
did you?
Oh,
No, you as a person, not you as
okay.
Professional.
comics. What drew
Uh,
you to comics is something to pick up in your life.
well, I was always interested in kind of like, I don't know, what do you call it? Like dorky culture. I don't know, like movies like Ghostbusters. They really drew me in because they had, at that age, when I was that first came out, there was so much. There was comics, there was the show, there was like it turned into a TV show, there was the songs, everything kind of revolved around this culture of the media and the entertainment. So I really love that. And the movies kind of drew me in, I think, to comics.
So were you a
But-
spinner rack kid? I mean,
I
did you-
like movies like The Goonies, Back to the Future, stuff like that. Really, I just loved all those type of movies when I was growing up. I'm a goofball.
child of the 80s.
Yeah.
So you liked the real Ghostbusters cartoon?
Yeah. Slimer. I love Slimer.
Yeah.
I feel funny because like I have almost like so many toys and things, and sometimes my kids will want to play with them. Like I have like the Stay Puft marshmallow guy from the movie, right? Like an actual Stay Puft, and they'll want to play with it,
That's
and I'll
fantastic.
be like, no, that's my toy. That's mine. That's Mummy's toy.
That's cool.
We have all sorts of strange. Like my wife likes like, oh God, what's that big robot that Dan Brereton's crazy about?
Iron Giant.
Iron Giant. We have like a super Iron Giant, and we're just waiting for him to destroy it. But it's like a beautiful thing from Japan, and it's just this amazing sculpt. He'll wreck that.
Yeah, he'll destroy that.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Question from the audience here for Dave, wanting to know if there is any chance of doing more Red Sun work.
Yeah, I can't really talk about it, but yeah.
Oh,
What does that mean?
Oh, that's
Oh.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
a huge yes then.
That's big.
I got some ideas. I got some ideas.
I
Is
was
it non-disclosure
reading about,
name? Is that what's going on?
That was like something Joe would be working on.
Fire right there.
Yeah, Dave. Apparently, I was looking that up the other day. I was doing some research on you too, so I was well informed on all your successes. And it said that the Red Sun was one of the most popular books and still sold really well as a trade paperback.
Yeah, no, I still get pretty decent royalties on it, which I'm amazed by.
That's great.
Wow.
And that came out first when?
Came out in 2003. So yeah, it's been a long time, man. Yeah, I realize there's still some meat left on that bone as far as the story wise. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with it.
Do
So
you get asked to do when you go to conventions? Do you get asked to do Red Sun sketches a lot?
oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it
But
bother
you know,
you? Does it make
It's
you
funny.
angry?
It's funny every time I think I will get ahead of it and do some pre-sketches that involve Superman Red Sun. Nobody asked for it. Drives me crazy. I'm like,
Yeah, I've done that a bunch of times where I'm like, oh, I'll do a bunch of pre-sketches for the show, so I don't have to be rushing all the time, and then no one ever wants the ones I've done.
nope, it never works out that way. So that's I've got some really good ones lined up, just waiting to be inked.
I think the Russian Superman is like in all of the Injustice video games, like as a character, right? He's a playable character. So I always think, did Dave design this one? Like, that's awesome.
No, they didn't come to me. I think they changed the design up a little bit, and it would have been nice if they had, to say, hey, why don't you come and do some design?
But they didn't.
No, they never do.
And that story, if you want to get right to the crux of it, is they didn't.
They didn't think my
That's
designs
the
were that
long
good.
part of it, Dan.
Yeah.
They were doing me a favor. No, they same thing with Sideshow. They did those giant statues, and I would have loved to have been involved in it, but I didn't get the phone call. So, what are you going to do?
That
I
was
was sensing a common theme here, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it's you. Maybe it's not.
A lot of
it
people,
probably is. It probably is.
a lot of people avoiding.
I think it's the beard. I think people are afraid of working with them.
I've heard your comments.
Beard.
Uh,
That's a very fierce beard. Blake, a couple of people have asked that if you were basically to get a dream job in comics, like a particular book or character, what would you want to go with?
Oh my
Joe-
gosh.
Joe's job. Joe's job, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, what a crazy question. There's so many amazing characters out there, and I mean, I think it would be really cool. I've been thinking about it a couple of weeks. I did a little post actually. I think that Blade is such an amazing character, and I would love to write something for Blade, or Dazzler was always an awesome character.
I love Dazzler.
Dazzler. I would love that.
I like really
Who's
kind
the
of
deal?
weird
Remember him?
characters.
What was that, Jeff?
with Blue Shield was in the Dazzler books, and he was basically just a guy who had a shield. That was his thing.
You mean like Captain America?
Yeah, but no superpowers.
He had a shield. He was inspired by Captain America then.
Yeah. Or the
And he
insurance.
guides him, right?
I think it's fun to maybe write something with like smaller, more personal characters, where they have like smaller stories and they have maybe higher personal stakes. I had an idea for a Dazzler story where she gets lost in the Mojoverse. Oh, that would be fun.
Wait, that's a thing?
The Mojoverse, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention, Dave? This has been a
I
thing
never read that book. Come on.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
the Mojoverse is in the X-Men.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in like a million books, Dave.
Oh, the Mojo. Oh, that.
Oh, you mean the Mojo?
Oh, the Mojo verse.
Yeah, the
All
Mojoverse.
right.
It's really the home of rock and roll.
Mhm.
I was just thinking of Austin Powers, I guess. I was like, what?
Oh,
But no, it all makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
So, no Alpha Flight being, Canadian. That's not something.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
stereotype.
Oh.
Stereotype.
Tell us as a Canadian how you feel about Alpha Flight.
Alpha Flight. I mean, just because they're Canadian characters or whatever, it doesn't mean that I was only reading them or only interested in them.
Are they
Is that like a,
are they an accurate representation of a Canadian?
I'm a
superhero?
terrible Canadian. I hate poutine. I mean, I don't watch hockey. I feel
boy.
like I gotta step up my game here. I'm kind of been more interested, I guess, in the U.S. characters than the Canadian ones.
so
There's not a ton of
no Captain Canuck for you then?
Captain Connect. Well, he's cool. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I actually
yeah.
saw him at
I
a
used to like
cosplay.
that.
Yeah, I saw him actually at a cosplay at our recent Toronto Fan Expo, and that was pretty neat to see him.
Yeah, George Freeman, man. I used to love his art.
Yeah, George Freeman was awesome. Remember
I
when
mean,
he
I
was in,
still do,
Jackal
but
Hearts?
Yeah, of course.
That was a crazy book.
Well, I did write two issues. I forgot to even mention this. I did write 2 issues for a Captain Connect spinoff, which was called Agents of Pact with Chapter House Comics, which is a Canadian company here that works out of Toronto. So that was kind of fun. That was interesting.
What was the story behind it?
It was kind of like an amalgamation of a couple of their top superheroes that formed a new squad, and they were trying to like take down the someone that came from another planet, had alien technology, but the actual like character of Captain Canuck wasn't in the story. He was just sort of mentioned, but it was still fun.
I don't know if I like that.
No, I was
Canuck always has to be in it.
yeah, I kind of wanted him to be in it, but
Did George Freeman draw it?
no, it was Kalman Andrzejowski.
He doesn't sound very Canadian.
Yeah.
Well, if you could work with any artist, who would you like to work with?
Any artist. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, there's too many. Every artist, all of them, they're all amazing. No, I mean, you guys are all incredible.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
I like that answer. It's a great answer.
It's kind of. How do you feel about that, Dan? Did that help?
Wait a minute, I had my mic on
Thank you.
mute because I'm using this thing here.
Oh, I got you.
I didn't want to get it too
Oh.
loud.
Mm.
That was very thoughtful.
Dan, are you getting high on that marker? Holy mackerel.
Look at that thing. It's an electric marker.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Power tool.
That's
Well-
a vibrator. You know.
It's my vibrator.
Thank God he hit the mute button.
Dan loves his snap-on tools.
Yeah, we don't want to hear any of that.
I see no bird cats, Jeff.
I'm
This is
thinking about do I want birds with cat feet, or do I want more cats
That's-
with wings?
Cats.
I
with
think-
red feet.
Birds. I think. Well, I don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing.
I wanted to
There's a
say I
flying
did.
cat in a litter box.
Sorry.
What is it, Blake? Go ahead.
Sorry, I wanted to tell you, I did see one of your previous episodes where you guys had Frank Cho on.
Oh,
And I love
Yeah,
Frank
sure.
Cho's work. I think he's amazing. I love his sexy girls, and I think he's a really super talented guy. And
Yeah.
J. Scott Campbell, I love him too. He's amazing.
But he's kind of a jerk, though, right?
I used to like Frank Cho until he did the episode, and I'm like, oh my
It's all
god,
over now.
I hate this guy.
He tore you a new one, Dan.
He really did. He
I felt
really.
bad. I mean, Dan, I was actually sitting here feeling bad for you.
You're like, wow. And it started off so nice with him too.
I know, but the nerve of the guy comes on as a guest and just just really awful.
Yeah,
awful.
never again. We'll never have him on again.
I think we should have him on all the time.
You like me being abused though, Jeff.
It is kind of one of my greatest joys.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't take as much pleasure in it as you do tormenting me every chance you get.
It's true. That is one of my favorite things.
Yeah. I called Dan when I knew he was having a bad day. I knew it would make him happy to hear that I was in tremendous pain because of my foot.
That's true. I really appreciated that.
Yeah. Cheered him right up.
Yeah, it really actually did. It helped things out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Dan, what's the deal with the finger?
The finger, I was trying to be like an adult and manly, and it backfired on me. I'm not Ben over here. And yeah.
I told you to leave those trees alone.
I cut myself pretty badly. It's a lot of blood. It's not too bad now. It's already healed up.
But did you make art with the blood, Dan? Did you make art?
There's a lot of blood on my doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
My son loved the idea of me bleeding and suffering. So he's definitely a Pan-Ocean. I know he's my son. He enjoyed that part.
Did he laugh out loud? Did he cheer?
Yeah, he didn't like seeing it day 2, but he really liked seeing it when it first happened.
Yeah, that's a great sign.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun with him as he gets older. That'll be great.
Yeah.
He's already starting out troublesome.
You didn't have to take a Uber to the hospital this time, did you?
No. One time I tripped on some of my son's toys and landed up tearing my lip from the lip all the way up to my nose into 2 pieces.
Oh my God.
And the funny thing is, I was kind of new to. I mean, I'd already been out, but I was kind of new to Lyft and Uber. So I was like, I didn't have my car. So I was like, okay, how am I going to? I'll take an Uber to the hospital, and I selected the share ride. Yeah, and so somebody had to share the ride with me, and blood is just everywhere, all over the place.
Oh gosh,
it was hilarious. They'll never do that again. I kept telling the guy, I was like, you know what? I will pay you whatever you want not to pick somebody else up. I go, I just got to get to the hospital here. Yeah. He's like, no, I can't afford that. I could get a bad rating. All right. You're definitely going to get a bad rating from whoever you pick up now. You realize that.
The ride was fast, but so much blood.
Yeah.
I would think it would have been easy to scare the other passengers away when they came to the door. But
yeah, I'll wait for the next one, sir.
And I met him at the emergency room, and it was a horrific wound. It was a serious split.
Yeah. Sadly, since I always have a little bit of scruff on my face, when they went to go sew everything back up, it's a little bit mismatched. Like the lip isn't quite as it should be.
It just makes your face more interesting.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, that was gross. I remember you pulling your lip apart, and because you were all up by that point, and asking me, "How's it? Is it bad?" And I had to leave the room.
It's so gross.
I'm like, yeah, it's awful. It's not good.
It's terrible. Well, that's what friends are for. You were at the hospital, so I appreciate that.
That's pretty good. I would not have gone to the hospital for you.
No, I wouldn't go to the hospital for Jeff.
No, exactly.
I would have just said, "Oh, I'm busy," or I'd make up some kind of baloney thing.
Yeah.
Faint at the sight of blood.
Yeah.
Joe, would you have gotten the Uber?
What was that?
An Uber rolls up. Would you have gotten that Uber? Rolls up with Dan bleeding out.
No, hell's no way.
No.
See,
I'm from New York, so I'm thinking this guy's a junkie. This guy's like, he's probably been beaten by the Uber rider that driver. That's why he's there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, there's never a good reason to share a ride with a bleeding man.
The guy with a little blood in the back of your Uber, no.
Well, no, especially a typical New Yorker. Like if anybody's hurt on the sidewalk, you just have to step over them. Like, oh, sorry about that, brother.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could be, worse with considering the people you can share a ride with, but at the end of the day.
Have you ever shared a ride in New York in a cab with anyone famous?
You're asking me?
Joe's famous.
Well, Joe is pretty
Joe's
famous at this point. It's true.
No, I hate sharing anything with anybody. I've had people like it's been like crazy cab lines at the airport, like 45-minute, hour wait. People looking at me going, "Want to share a ride?" I'm like, "No, I really don't. I really do not."
Especially with you.
No, you're a gross human. Get away from me.
Especially with you, Carol Alt.
Yeah. Hey, so guys, have you heard the news? The comics industry is going out of business. You see those reports today? Oh my God!
Is it again? It keeps happening.
Those numbers are like terrible. Terrible.
Was there terrible numbers now?
No, actually, we're incredible numbers as usual. So.
Yeah. It's always funny how people keep saying that, and yet there's always work to be had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, just don't believe the hype that the comics industry is over.
Yeah.
Just yet.
Just yet.
Next week.
Maybe next week we'll be done. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it has legs for at least a month.
One hopes.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Luckily, Dan's got plans to be a man whore.
Yeah. My
So
wife
if you guys
supports
weren't
that.
working in comics, Blake, what would you be doing if you weren't doing what you're doing right now?
Well, because I kind of had two jobs because I still keep writing my novels. So I would probably just keep doing that. I think I would like to be a feature travel writer. I would love to be one of those people who travels and writes about their exotic getaway.
Like Paul Theroux?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Paul Theroux.
I always liked his stuff.
Chef, what would you do? What are you uniquely qualified to do outside of this?
The only thing that I'm actually qualified to do is apart from comics, I make a pretty good omelet.
Be a fry chef. That's not bad.
Right.
But other than that, I don't think I have any skills.
I'm going to try to join Meow Wolf and just make up installation art.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a stuntman, but I did not have the pain threshold for it.
Right. Or the athletic ability.
Yeah.
Or anything that it takes to become a stuntman.
Yeah.
I didn't have any of the necessary skills.
Yeah.
Or attributes or demeanor to be a stuntman.
It's a very sad story.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Dan? What would you be if you weren't a comic book artist?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a dentist.
Roadhouse bouncer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be perfect. A cooler, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pick up where Dalton left off.
Got to grow your mullet out again.
I'd really have a mullet.
Much to the chagrin of Elena.
All right, Dave, I take it back. I'm looking at your drawing, and you've made the shine work.
Thank you. All right.
Yes, the shine looks much better.
Yeah.
Still looks crooked-eyed to me. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say you 70% saved it.
Oh well. That's all I was shooting for.
Yeah.
But you know that old saying. We all know that saying. If you have to fix it in the color,
True.
Yeah, but if I'm the colorist.
Yeah, still.
Yeah. It's a tough crowd being in the drink and draw.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Thank God you're not drawing.
We did because we love. We did because we love.
You guys are awesome. You have your own special, camaraderie, and I can definitely see how talented you all are. I can't believe you could do this in like a couple hours and just create. It's amazing.
Well, don't tell our editors.
Yeah, right. As far as they know,
Secret.
it's a long, laborious process.
Yep.
Hell, I'm the only guy working on something here that's paying the bills.
Yeah, it's true. Joe's the only smart one.
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
guys
our
play that game?
long-term goals, it'll be paying the bills.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Dave, what about you? If you were not going to be a comic book superstar, what would you do?
Honestly, I would. You mean like right now, if my career ended? Can we go that far?
Ukulele?
could. I was thinking just in an alternate universe where you did something else.
Oh Christ! I don't know. To be honest with you, I was
Minister?
terrible at everything.
Yeah, you could be you're a reverend, right? So
Yeah, you could be a minister, Dave.
Well, yeah, I would start a cult, and
Yeah, that's lucrative.
because yeah, that's how you make all the money. I would be the L. Ron Johnson.
I love it. I love it. So, what would the Dave version of Scientology be?
Believe me, I thought
Fantastic.
about it because
Fantastic.
you can. I mean, anybody can start a religion and then do the tax write-off thing. So, believe me, I did think about it. All you need to do is have a meetings once a week, and that can be anything.
That could be
But
this.
really,
That could be
it could be
this
this.
right now.
This could be our I could literally start chart. I think you have to have a certain amount of members. Or
Well, we do. We
something.
got about 1,000, close to 1,000 subscribers. You already have the Church of
And
Dave.
growing.
Yeah, I could. Well, I could be the televangelist. Yeah,
That's even more lucrative.
So basically, this is the Church of Dave Johnson. This is amazing.
The church that Dave built. It's
Well,
unreal.
I don't want the full credit. We just call it the Church of Drink and Draw.
So, you would be would you be a deacon or an archbishop?
I just Deacon Dave. Just I think I would go for that.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
That sounds
it
good.
rolls off the tongue.
I think
But
Cardinal Dan would be.
Dave, what would be one of the core tenets of your cult, your religion? What do you want to call it?
be excellent.
Be excellent.
Be excellent.
Of course.
To have a strong liver.
Yeah. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick, right?
Don't be a dick.
Right.
That's only for clergy. Like we're allowed to do whatever we want, but we're gonna damn you for doing exactly what we do. Just like every other religion.
Yeah.
And I would eventually need a new plane or a plane, not a new one, because one of the. I don't know if you ever saw the video of two televangelists talking about how commercial airline it's like a tube full of demons. and
I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah, I go,
Joe, you fly enough to know that is actually true.
well, true, but I mean, it was such an hilarious conversation between these two millionaires about why they needed new jets, not a jet, but new jets, so they could spread the gospel that much faster. And it was quite a conversation where they didn't realize just how bad they sounded, with their need for poor old ladies' money.
I'm sure it affected their viewers, their viewers and donations.
It probably didn't.
No.
That's the sad thing. It probably
Of course
didn't.
it didn't.
It's like, so and so needs a new jet. I don't need to eat. I'm just going to send them all my money.
apart from a new jet, will we have special hats?
We could. I know Ben was talking about getting some hats made or something, weren't you, Ben?
I think I like those rockets in the hair there you got going, Dave.
Oh,
That's a
thanks.
cool look.
That would be a little Afro rocket. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
One of the first times we did a drink and draw, Dave had a red convertible Cutlass, and
That was awesome.
do you remember that? And he was
Oh,
like, "Hey guys, we're all wearing fezzes."
Well, okay, wait. You're jumping ahead. I don't know why, don't ask me why, I used to collect Shriner fezzes because I just thought they were awesome.
Okay,
Even though none of them ever fit my fucking head.
Okay, children watching. As in
No, they're not.
No,
Well, maybe they are. I don't know. But I used to keep them in the trunk. And
The children? The
Yes.
children?
Yes. They kept warm by wearing the Shriner hats.
Oh.
But yeah, it was almost like I, somehow saw the future. And
Okay.
one night we were at Barney's Beanery, and we ended up. And I'll be honest, I was probably a little too drunk to drive.
Great.
I'm not proud of it.
Well,
but
if you're proud of it, that'd be a problem. But you're not proud of it. Good.
We all piled into my giant 1970 Cutlass Supreme convertible, and I made everybody wear Shriner hats. and we drove around Hollywood, acting like drunken Shriners, which we were drunk, and that was a great night.
That's how much I really like you, Dave, is that I wore that hat.
You did. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I remember Brad Venkata only had a white T-shirt on, and he was freezing his balls off.
You know what, Brad Venkata back in the
whole
day,
time.
he reminded me of the kid from American Anthem. He was kind of like Mitch Gaylord. He had a little bit Mitch Gaylord look to him, if I recall.
Really?
No.
I don't remember that.
No, he didn't. I'm just joking.
But yeah, it was a great night. I kind of wish we would do that again sometime.
Anytime, Dave. I'm ready right now.
Yeah, you ready? Ready to go?
Sounds like a blast.
Joe's in. I can tell from the enthusiasm. He's like, where do I sign up?
Well, I think Joe just doesn't even like the idea of being in a car with other people, let
No.
alone wearing a hat.
No.
Unfortunately, I only have a 2-seater now, so
I love the fact that a fun night out for you guys is what hats you're wearing. It's
We're very simple creatures, Joe.
Hey, Joe, don't knock it until you try it, my friend. Don't knock it until you try it.
Some hats are fun.
All right. Well, we are coming up towards the end of the evening here.
whoa.
For us.
Already.
That was fast.
Yeah. That was
So
a quick
quick.
hour.
Yeah.
So let's roll through the drawings. See what you guys came up with for us this evening.
The key to this is being able to talk while you show the drawing, because otherwise it won't
Wow.
go on there. So
Nice.
thanks.
Beautiful.
Who is this, man?
That's Butch Cassidy and his friend, the Sundance Kid.
That looks nothing like Clint Eastwood.
Oh
No.
Does it look like Henry Fonda?
no, who would draw Henry Fonda? That's ridiculous.
They look like Jeff.
I've got the original catbird, and then I started putting in a flock of other catbirds.
Is that what they call them? A flock of catbirds?
Well, a group of cats is called a conspiracy.
Conspiracy
Oh,
of cats.
cool.
A pride of lions.
Pride of lions.
Murder
A
of
group
crows.
kittens is a pounce,
Mm-hmm.
and I think
Really?
depending on what kind of bird it is, it's a flock.
Okay.
What would a group of drink and draw people be called?
There's some choice words out there, I'm sure.
Well, I'm doing hair. That's kind of fun and bubbly now. Kind of looks like Pop Rocks.
Yeah, pop
Kinda
rocket.
Cool. I like
Like
the
your
pen. It's a
brushes,
cool
Dave.
pen.
I like the texture you're throwing in there.
Yeah. Originally, it was all like airbrushy, but I hate airbrush. So
That's cool. Is that for something in particular? Is that a character design you're doing, or is it a pin?
no, it's just me having fun from the other day when we did it.
Nice.
That's cool.
Color scheme there, David. It's got sort of Mobius flavor to it, right? Very European.
Well, thank you. I'll take
Dave
that.
is very continental, so.
Yeah.
I do like their breakfast.
Yeah.
Not nearly as good as Mobius, but yeah.
Or as Harlan Ellison would say, Moebius.
He did say it weird.
Yeah, I love that. I love that he said it that way, and then Mobius got on in the next clip, and he calls himself Mobius.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
That was good times.
And Joe can't show anything.
I can't show you guys what I'm drawing, but I can show you a little. I don't know if you guys do this, and maybe this little tip for artists or stuff out there. But I do my layouts. I tend to do my layouts in a smaller version, so I'll do it in the Moleskin book.
Right.
And so stuff like this. They're just chicken scratches, but I build this sort of little cardboard frame so I could just sort of line out this is the template that's sort of reduced from actual page size.
Oh.
I just draw templates, and then I got books full of this stuff.
That's smart.
Head sketches.
You could sell that one day, Joe, and buy a villa in France like Robert Crumb.
Or start a cult like Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a shout out. This company, there's very few perks to being an artist, but this company Eon sent me this paper. So I've been working on this Eon paper. That's what I did this thing on.
How is it?
It's really good. It's really good. They sent me some ink also.
Did I mention I got a copy of Winterman? Did I mention this?
Brett Lewis, Winterman.
Brett Lewis, yeah.
It's a good
I know the
book.
rights reverted back to Brett. So Brett and John Paulione
John
Only-
Polino is a genius. I know John Polino. I don't know this clown Brett Lewis though.
Bad person.
Friend of yours, Dan?
He is unfortunately a friend of mine. Brett will call me at like 11 o'clock. He doesn't understand that I have a son. 11 o'clock at night, and he goes, "We're going to the kibitz room," or we're going. And I wish I could join him every time,
Right.
but I know I'll be out until 5 in the morning.
Hang on a second. I've been out with you at 11, 12 o'clock at night, and you're calling people saying, "We're here." Dan's telling people we're going to be 2 hours later.
That's true. Yeah, I'm a bad friend. All right, Brett and I are a lot alike. Let's try to get along.
All right, so Blake, did you have fun?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've had a great time. Thank you guys for having me on so much.
Was it worth
You're
it?
welcome.
It was worth it.
Okay.
100 times over for sure.
You are a liar, but a good
No.
Good liar.
Like, you understand? When I'm done with this, when we turn off, I feel dirty. I need to shower. It's just like, it's not worth it.
He tells his wife, "Never again. I'm never going on."
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Worse. I text Dan right away saying, "Please don't ever invite me to this again."
And here he is.
And here
Does
I am.
anyone have anything they want to plug upcoming, any appearances or free comic book day appearance or anything like that?
I'm
gonna
going to.
be in Mississippi on Saturday, in Biloxi, Mississippi, doing a free comic book day
Wow.
door signing.
Nice.
I'll be at MegaCon in Orlando when that comes up. I think that's the 14th through the 16th.
I'll be in Greece doing a convention.
Well, la-di-da.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Big shot.
How about you, Joe? You got any shows coming up?
No.
Perfect.
Actually, I've been avoiding shows for years. I mean, I do San Diego, New York, and this year I'm not even doing San Diego. But when I'm done with this project, I'm probably going to hit the con scene with the rest of you guys. Every weekend, you guys are somewhere exciting and new and fresh and meeting the people and kissing babies and stuff. And
A lot of that.
frankly, I'm very lonely. Very, very lonely.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because our page rates are so low. We gotta supplement it.
Yeah, well, you guys are cheap. What can I tell you?
Yeah. You got to negotiate for that stuff, Dave.
Yeah, low self-esteem, Dave.
Yeah. That's your
Dave,
fault. That's on you, bro.
Page rates are high. It's just you.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
If you're taking trips to Greece all the time,
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I'm not. Hey, somebody else is paying for that. I can't afford that.
you suckered someone else into paying for that.
Smart.
Hey, Blake, where was the coolest place you went to travel for a convention?
And be honest.
see. Well, San Diego was really fun. That was the biggest,
Yeah.
craziest one. But actually, I did a really little one last year at Granite State, which was just out in New Hampshire, and that was fun. That was a littler one, like more intimate. You got to talk to people a little bit more, and it wasn't like a big circus, like about movies. It was just focused on the art and meeting people. So it was really fun.
It's kind of like
Said
Heroes
about-
Con.
You said about again.
I did. Damn it.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't
Roll
gonna
the
say
tape.
Damn
Ben,
it. No.
Ben, roll that back, Ben.
Yeah.
You caught
Don't
me.
have sex.
Yeah. It's okay. I like that. I think it's great.
anything. I think it sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe a few years from now, we're gonna have all this production value, like little pop-up icons and graphics and all that.
Yeah, Ben will have a soundboard doing
Yeah.
hitting dials, softening the light on certain guests.
I imagine that.
We didn't ask Ben what Ben would be doing if Ben wasn't doing whatever the hell it is that Ben does. What do you
Nobody-
do?
I work in the grant writing and social service fields
Wow.
and chase kids around. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
So what do
so
you
if I wasn't doing that, I'd be doing something that required less time and more money. So,
That's a great job.
So that's the one we all look forward to.
I want that job.
Well, cool.
So, I think that hits
we're
all.
done.
Thanks, Blake.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, guys. It was so much fun.
We'll have you on again in a few years.
Yeah.
once we get this right, we'll figure it out by then.
Yeah, we'll have it. We'll have a much better production value by then.
Jeff's sound will be up to par.
I
Yeah,
will,
he'll-
6 years.
I will literally kill you.
Lots of complaints about Jeff's mic tonight.
Yeah, there were a lot of complaints.
Yeah.
Will Jeff ever find a new microphone coming up?
So Dan, you know Jeff better than anybody. Is Jeff just stingy? He doesn't want to spend on technology?
He's a little cheap with technology. He's not cheap with other things, but when it comes to technology, he just doesn't trust it.
If
I don't
technology
trust
was booze,
Yeah,
it would
I
be,
I would
be
spend money on it. Yeah.
the finest microphone you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
Finally aged microphone.
It would pick up his heartbeat even when he wasn't talking.
if whiskey were a microphone, it would be.
What was that?
I said,
I
if
can't-
whiskey, will
what?
fucking kill you.
All right. On that note, on the
All
death
right.
threat from Jeff, we'll sign off.
All right,
right.
guys. Great hanging out. We'll see you next time.
That has been. All right.
Take care, everyone.